Tieghan is here today, and she's going to make us a simple lemon sugar cheesecake that I cannot wait to dig into. Look at how beautiful that is. And look at how
I'm so excited.
It's so gorgeously sort of burnt on top, but not.
But not. It's imperfect pretty is how I call it.
Oh, I love that.
Yes, you've got to embrace the imperfections with this cheesecake. That's what I love about it.
The beauty is in the imperfections always. So, you know, the name of the cheesecake may sound intimidating.
Right.
Because the official name is what?
The Burnt Basque Cheesecake.
Burnt Basque
But burnt
Cheesecake.
is in the title, so I feel like that already burnt. You know, you don't necessarily want something burnt, but this is, you want this burnt. That is the key to this cheesecake, and you want to embrace all the cracks on top because they're supposed to be there. Makes it better.
It's super simple. The Basque part is what's intimidating, not the burnt. We'll get to that in a minute.
Yeah.
But it starts with room temperature ingredients.
Right.
Right there, we have our cream cheese already in the stand.
We have some cream cheese, and the key here is you want to beat it together with a little bit of sugar, a little bit of lemon zest, and really infuse that cheesecake with the lemon. It is so delicious. And you want to beat, right? It's really, do you taste the lemon too? So the lemon, whoa, we'll really get this over. The lemon isn't traditional, but I wanted to give it a really nice spring touch.
It's so nice.
Don't you feel it very springy and good for Easter, Mother's Day?
I love this, and I actually prefer it over regular cheesecake, to be completely honest with you.
Regular cheesecake is very creamy, and there's just a lot of cream cheese and no flavor.
And it can also be very dense. This is really light and fluffy.
This is really light and fluffy, exactly, yes.
And what's the key to that?
Well, beating the cream cheese and then adding your ingredients one at a time. You want room temperature eggs and lots of cream.
So to make sure the room temperature can be fluffy.
It's a light cheesecake, but it's not a light cheesecake. You know what I mean?
You mean light in fluffiness, not light in calories.
Yes.
Calories don't count at the counter.
No,
right?
no, right, not at the counter. Definitely not at the counter. Enjoy that cheesecake. So I'm going to add these eggs one at a time. You want to make sure that, we'll do two at a time. It's okay.
Change it up, it's fine.
Well, you want to make sure you're incorporating all those eggs so that they don't get stuck in the cream cheese. So we're going to really beat that up. I'll scrape down the sides too, because you really want to make sure everything is mixed before you add the remaining ingredients.
And as you start adding them, give us a little history lesson about this cheesecake. It has a really interesting story.
Well, so it originated in Spain. Back in I want to say, please don't quote me on this, you can read the blog because it is there, but I want to say the 1990s, so it's a little bit old. And you know, I don't know why they invented it. It's so simple, and I love that they are hey, let's embrace these cracks and make it burnt on top. I think it's really pretty. So
and it has no crust.
Oh yes, that's right.
Yeah.
This cheesecake has no crust, so that is really, really unique about it, which for me personally, I kind of love. I think that a cheesecake, the crust is good and all, but the filling is really what it's all about. So this creamy, light and fluffy filling, and then that's what I wanted to give it a nice air flavor, and the lemon sugar that we'll put on top, and lots of vanilla. And so now that I've got that all mixed, I'm gonna pour in the cream, but we'll do it nice and slowly so I don't, get it everywhere for you guys.
Everywhere.
Yeah, and the fun thing about this cheesecake is you can also do adaptations to it. I've done a blueberry version, which is really, really nice for summer. I assume you could do something with chocolate. I've never done that, but
I mean, it seems like any fruit you could do, though.
I certainly could. I've also made it with a puff pastry crust before.
Oh.
So that's another variation for you guys.
Now, how do you get it to get that beautiful sort of burnt, not burnt, but not burnt? Because the truth is, it looks burnt, it doesn't taste burnt. It just tastes
just that top. It's caramelized.
It's caramelized and a little crunchy.
I love the word caramelized.
There you go. So how do you get it to be like that but still creamy on the inside?
So you want to do 400 degrees, high temperature. Cheesecakes are normally cooked at 325 with water underneath.
Low and slow.
Yeah, it's a whole.
They're temperamental.
They're really very temperamental. You got to do water in the oven, and you're just I don't want to mess with that. No, thank you. So this is really, really easy. You do 400 degrees. You bake it for 50, 55 minutes, I want to say. And that's pretty much it. So the vanilla and salt, I always have vanilla. You gotta have vanilla to your desserts if you ask me. It's just key. And then once this is all combined, we'll give it one really good stir. We're gonna add in some sifted flour.
Okay.
And that just kind of gives it its body,
I love the tanginess and the creaminess because of the juxtaposition from the lemon. You could do this with lime.
You could certainly do it with lime.
Almost like a key lime pie cheesecake.
Yes. Or in the winter, if you wanted to do things like blood oranges and things like that, when citrus season is really, really in, go for it. Be creative, everyone.
And you have certainly been creative over the last few months. I mean, this last year plus has been a little tricky for people. But your business has taken off
You know,
like no other during this
People
time.
decided they really, really enjoy cooking this last year, which is amazing. I love seeing it, and I do a lot of cooking, so I was their girl, which was amazing. So yes, lots of recipes have been made on Instagram, all the good things, and it's been fun.
And it's been so much fun to watch you as well. All right, let's get this in the oven. You
Let's
have
get
to
this
taste
in
a
the
piece of
oven,
this.
you guys.
So good. Oh, and then we have some extra stuff to put on top as well, don't we?
Yes, so before it goes in the oven, thank you for pointing that out, I do a little bit of lemon sugar on top. And this really also helps caramelize that top and make it really, really pretty and burnt. Do you guys see how creamy that is?
Oh my
Luscious.
gosh.
So we'll just get that all out.
Wow. There's something extremely satisfying about seeing a cake batter being poured into a pan.
Especially one with cream cheese because it's so creamy. And this to me really reminds me of springtime in general. I think it's really fun.
And would you decorate it on top to make it
So-
more special? Maybe put some edible flowers on or anything, or
You know me
just
so well. Of course.
I know where you live.
Edible flowers are my thing. Love an edible flower garnish. Love a little bit of extra lemon sugar on top. All the things. You can do whatever you want. Or you could do berries, because berries are
Right.
great, you know?
Or you just leave it as is because it's supposed to look like that.
It's supposed to look at this. So, into the oven it goes.
Oven.
400 degrees. You want to do that high temperature. Get it. Ooh, wow. Fancy
Yeah, the doors are heavy.
Fancy oven, you guys.
Thank you.
Put it in there. Magic
And here
of
it is.
TV. Here it is.
Tieghan, I've almost eaten the whole thing. It's so good.
Voila. You guys, the burnt crust, you can see it's caramelized. Yeah, you could do like, I have a little bit of this lemon sugar left. You could do that to kind of like make it pop, make it known. But let's cut into this and see what it looks
And
like.
by the way, how beautiful would that be to bring to someone's home?
Right? And what's so nice is you don't have to stress about it, right?
No.
You embrace these cracks, don't need to do water in the oven, no weird water bath, and you can serve it with something like, lots of people like to serve it with like coffee or even a dark red wine is really, really
Oh,
nice.
hello, like after, yes, that would
You
be
know,
beautiful.
do it up.
really is gorgeous and it's absolutely delicious. And I think that's a lesson in life,
You guys
not
see?
just for the cheesecake.
Look how nice and thick it is.
Embrace the cracks.
Embrace the cracks.
Embrace the cracks,
Yes.
everyone.
So it's perfect for spring, perfect for summer, but like really, it's good all year round.
I love you,
know what I mean?
Tegan. Dig in. This is so good. For the
Guys.
full recipe, you all can visit hallmarkchannel.com and you can connect with Tegan on her social media at Half Baked
Ooh, it's
Harvest.
very sweet.